Coming up on BLC News, a recap on Bethany's women's soccer team, an exclusive interview with the director from the Fall Play Ice House, plus the Whisper Challenge with Bethany's students and staff. All that and more coming up on this edition of BLC News. Welcome to BLC News on KTV. I'm Anna Meyer. The last 2 weekends, Bethany put on the play Ice House. It was written and directed by our very own Peter Bladel. It was a comedy based on a bunch of Minnesotan ice fishing buddies who try to get their friend back up north by building a secret giant ice house. But once their wives find out, comedic chaos ensues. If you're a purebred Minnesotan who missed out on the opportunity to see the show, you'll want to check out accessktv.org for when the recording will air on KTV. Coming up, we'll take a look at the set of Ice House and talk with director Peter Bladel. In September, Bethany's Media Arts Department hosted their annual Red Eye Film Festival. 12 teams participated from 3 Mankato schools, including Bethany, SCC, and MSU. They were given 3 prompts, a genre, character, and object, and were given 1 week to complete a short film including these prompts. This year, many comedy films were included with surprise endings. 5 different awards were given out with Just Another Origin Story, The Job Interview, and The Wandering Apprentice coming out as the top films. To watch all the films in this showcase, visit KTV's Video on Demand on accessktv.org. This year, Bethany's new nursing program was launched. In August, it was approved by the Minnesota Board of Nursing and Bethany's Board of Regents. Although students have already started to take pre-nursing courses, applicants of the new major will begin their studies in the fall of 2017. We sat down with Bethany's Director of Nursing, Dr. Sarah Traylor, to hear about the program.
Well, it's a long time. It's a long time overdue. It's a long time coming. Nursing itself is, there's a shortage nationwide of nurses, and part of that is because we have not enough nursing programs, and so the timing is good for this program.
One benefit Bethany's program will offer is that they will produce unique graduates due to the Christian environment.
And particularly coming from Bethany, which is, a Lutheran Christian school, that the graduates coming out of the nursing program, not only will they be nurses, but they'll also, I suspect, be servant leaders and have a good, strong Christian worldview that they can apply in practice.
To learn more about the nursing major and how to enroll, check out blc.edu. On Saturday, November 12th, Bethany students participated in the event Rake the Town. They spent the morning volunteering to rake the yards of some of the older homeowners in the community. Multiple groups from Bethany volunteered and found it to be a good way for Bethany to reach out and connect with the community. With Thanksgiving break right around the corner, we asked some people around campus to share what they're thankful for this holiday season.
Bethany Lutheran College and God overall. It's just such a great time in our lives to be able to come and receive a great education, focus on the one thing needful.
Well, I'm definitely thankful that my whole family is going to be together. That doesn't happen very often anymore.
I'm thankful for my Catholic faith.
Well, I'm especially thankful for my faith, but on an earthly level, I'm thankful for all the blessings God's given me and my family especially.
Thankful most of all for my family. It's a great Christian family, and I was glad to be brought up Wells, and that's how I got here.
I'm thankful for good grades and that I've survived my first semester of college.
I'm thankful for all my friends this year and all the new ones that I've made here at Bethany.
Jesus. I'm always thankful for my friends and my family, and especially at this time of the year, I'm thankful for the extra warm November weather.
Coming up in early December, Bethany's Fine Arts Department will hold their annual Christmas at Bethany concerts. Bethany's choirs and bands will have 5 performances taking place in the Trinity Chapel. Performances will start November 30th and run through December 4th. In order to reserve your free ticket, call our box office or visit blc.edu. Coming up after the break, we'll go into the Ice House in an exclusive interview with the Fall Plays director, Peter Bladel. You're watching BLC News on KTV.
Everybody has a dream.
mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
You have the potential to be amazing, to become something extraordinary, to see the incredible, to be the incredible. This is a place where creativity sparks opportunity, where opportunity leads to adventure. Here, you have the ability to become the best version of you, no matter your experience. Your chance to make history, to leave your mark. Let Bethany Lutheran College help you realize your potential.
Welcome back to BLC News. I'm here on the set of Ice House, joined by writer and director of the show, Peter Bladel. Thanks for joining us, Pete.
Absolutely.
So, as the writer of the show, where did you get the idea to write a play about an ice house?
Well, you know, it wasn't, I think the inspiration for the show came, I wrote this show 12 years ago, and I think the inspiration came when I saw two guys out on the middle of a lake fishing. And I'm not an ice fisher, and so I thought, well, what are those guys, what could they possibly be? There's something fascinating about seeing two guys out in the bitter cold, out on this frozen lake, just sitting there. And so I just sort of thought to myself, I guess I thunk thoughts. What are those guys thinking? What do they talk about? And so that was the inspiration of the show. To build the giant ice house kind of came later. I just thought, well, what would they talk about? They would talk about they got a friend in Florida and they want to bring him back up, but what can they entice him with? Well, they're going to build the biggest, grandmother, coolest ice house ever has been built, and that's going to bring that guy back up from Florida. So that was sort of how it went. I just saw two guys one time and thought, what are they thinking? Sure. What are those guys thinking out there?
And this isn't the first time that Bethany has put on this play, right?
No, well, you're right. It's had some changes. 12 years ago, in 2003, I had a sabbatical where I wrote this and another play called Jam Jar Sonnets. I wrote those both in the same sabbatical. This show was originally called Ice House Madrigals. The idea for me back in the day was that Mark Twain, I think, had a quote that said, "The definition of wit is the marriage of two unrelated things." I was really into Renaissance vocal music at the time. I had a few CDs of that I was listening to again and again. And I had this idea of ice fishing. And so I thought, well, what would it be like to have an ice fishing story, and then between every scene, I've got Renaissance music. And so I wrote these Renaissance music pieces. They were called madrigals, and I entitled the show Ice House Madrigals. And I loved the madrigals. I still love the madrigals. And but I just thought, if I'm going to remount this show, what could I do to make it different? It wouldn't be a lot of fun to just remount it the exact same way, although there already is a lot of similarities. This set is almost a total reworking of how we did the set the first time. This set, there are other sets in this show that are very different, but I thought I'll bring back the ice house looking lodge thing, because it's impressive and it's crazy, and there's deer heads and fish everywhere. But I was going to get rid of the madrigals. I was going to try it without the madrigals, and I thought, well, I'll just call it Ice House then. If there's no madrigals, I won't call it Ice House Madrigals. So those are some of the biggest changes. And then I trimmed down the plot a little bit. There were some things, some expositional changes that I wanted to make to the show. And so I essentially just sort of cut things, trimmed it up a little bit, made it tighter. And those are the big differences. So.
Sure. Do you have a favorite memory from this year's production?
I think that it's really hard for me to say what the favorite memory is. It's hard to call it a memory because the show is just here now. But I would say some of my favorite parts are probably what the audience likes too.
Well, thanks for joining us today and for bringing us into the Ice House. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming into the Ice House.
Coming up after the break, we'll catch up on Bethany Sports with Josh Montbriand. You're watching BLC News on KTV.
We all have a desire to learn, to gain knowledge, to grow. At Bethany Lutheran College, we feed that desire, not just intellectually, but spiritually. Feeding your faith, fueling the relationship with your Savior. in daily chapel, and in the classroom. Let Bethany Lutheran College guide you spiritually. Let Bethany Lutheran College help you build upon that foundation.
Welcome back to BLC News. It's time for sports, and Josh Montbriand joins us for a look at Bethany athletics. Josh, the fall season is complete and the winter sports season is underway. What's going on in the Sports and Fitness Center?
Well, Anna, this women's soccer team had one of its best seasons ever, reaching the semis of the UMAC playoffs and going 4-3-1 in conference play. The Vikings had 4 all-conference players to help them get there. Nicole Moldstead, Rachel Bitter made second-team all-conference, while Avery Cash and Sarah Paul were honorable mention selections. With their first win over St. Scholastica and an exciting end to their season, Coach Lingholm reflects on the Vikings' successful season.
This year we really took on a murderer's row of teams. I mean, we played Augsburg, who got to the second round of the NCAA tournament, Bethel, who's a playoff team in the MIAC, Ripon, who had a phenomenal 14-win season. So we played a lot of really strong non-conference teams. And then during the course of our season, I think we went to overtime 8 times this year. So, I mean, we were battling constantly this year. Coming down the stretch, we had a couple key injuries to players. Sarah Paul, one of our strong center defenders. And when we got to the playoffs, it was really, I thought, just a great win for us to beat Northwestern the way we did. Rachel Bitter had been kind of getting pounded on during the course of the game by their defenders, and the way she was able to put it home in overtime, I think, really made everybody on the team really ecstatic.
As we approach Thanksgiving, it's time to hit the hardwood at Bethany. The women's basketball team under third-year head coach Lyle Jones is projected to take third in the UMAC after a run to the conference semifinals last season. Bethany features Minnie Frederick Childress, the NCAA champion for steals per game with 4.79, and Haley Sandine, who ranked second in the conference with 16.3 points per game. They will be missing Bria Brantz, who is UMAC honorable mention and had 13 double-doubles last campaign. With the new makeup of the Vikings this year, Coach Jones touches on how the scoring will be a bit different.
We lost a great player with Brianna Brantz, just her leadership, and so getting that team to gel again, it's in the process, and that does take some time. But the influx of a junior college player and a few freshmen, the roles are a little different, and because of our talent that we have in our post now this year, which is interesting, we relied a little heavily on our perimeter last year. And so now the scoring is going to be spread around a little bit more. So everyone needs to get used to just the whole different types of sets that we're going to run and offenses.
On the men's side, the Vikings are projected to finish 5th in the UMAC. Under new head coach Matt Fletcher, Bethany retains most of the offensive production from a year ago, missing UMAC honorable mention Nick Sanborn. Brandon Felix was also an all-conference honorable mention, also as he returns as the 4th leading scorer in the UMAC from last season. Coach Fletcher describes how he wants his team to play this year.
No, we're going to play fast, really fast. We like to run, pressure, and be a little bit different than the norm, which is now the slower down, pack defense type of basketball, it's very fundamental and effective, but we just want to be different. We got a younger staff, and we're going to ride out our younger energy and excitement to it, and the guys are seeming to kind of like it a little bit, the change of pace, and then just hard-nosed, just tough. Do the little things right and execute.
The Bethany cross-country team ended their season in late October. The women had 3 all-conference honors, Megan Sauer, Morgan Sauer, and Lydia Hildebrandt, helping the women to a 3rd-place finish in the UMAC championships. The Bethany men took 7th overall. Head coach Michael Dunn reflects on the team's success.
Yeah, I think at the start of the season, we sat the women down and our coaching staff, and we talked to them about how, this season they have more potential than I think a lot of people really know. And at the end of the season, I think they really started to see how far along they had been coming throughout the year and how much improvement they had individually throughout the season and as a team. And at conference, they really clicked. And I know as a team, we had been shooting for 2nd because we thought that we could even bump up a little higher. But being only 10 points behind 2nd place is nothing to slouch about, and having a 3rd place finish at our conference meet is something I think that they're all very proud of and should be.
For all you Minnesota Viking fans out there, the Vikings have lost 4 games in a row before finally being victorious at home against the Arizona Cardinals and their impressive running back, David Johnson. Johnson hurt the Vikings on the ground and through the air, rushing for 103 yards and a touchdown, while also accumulating 57 receiving yards and a touchdown. After starting out the season 5-0, this has been a frustrating month here for the Purple and Gold. There are problems aplenty for our team, but the Vikings hopefully have fixed one of those with the departure of Blair Walsh and the signing of Kai Forbath. The aforementioned kicker had made 84% of his field goals in his career and will hopefully bring stability to our kicking game. Walsh will get another chance with another team, and there is no doubting his talent. He just needed a change of environment. It was a good move for both sides, and that's a look at sports.
Sounds good, Josh. Looking forward to basketball this season. Coming up after the break, you won't want to miss this feature as Bethany's staff take on students in an epic whisper challenge. We'll be right back.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
You're not just one of thousands. You're not just a face in the crowd. You are unique. You're a name. You're a talent. You are an individual. Here, you're more than a student. Here, you're a friend. At Bethany, you are anything you set your mind to. A place where teachers know your name and friendships last a lifetime. Let Bethany Lutheran College become your family.
Welcome back to BLC News. Today we're going to play a game called the Whisper Challenge. One partner will listen to loud music so they can't hear their partner speak. Then they will have to guess the phrase their partner is saying to them.
Our first team is going to be students Alex Babcock and Kevin Harris, and our second team is staff members Greg Vandermus and Seth Grabo. Alex and Kevin will be going first, and the category is movie quotes.
Luke, I am your father. Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father.
You're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. You are a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry?
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Pass.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle.
You can't handle the truth.
Yes.
Okay. It changed songs. To infinity and beyond. To infinity and beyond. To infinity and beyond.
This pass.
I'm the king of the world. I'm the king of the world. I'm the king of the world.
Pass.
My precious.
What? My precious.
There you go. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Okay. To infinity and beyond. To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond.
There we go.
That was pretty impressive.
That's pretty good. Let's see if Seth and Greg can match their efforts.
All right, how you doing, everybody? I'm Greg.
I am Seth.
And we are
the
Whisper Challenge champions, soon to be.
Yes.
Okay, this is our turn to dominate. Wait.
Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father.
You're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry.
Your what hurts?
You're a wizard, Harry.
Whiskey Triangle.
You are a wizard.
Whiskey?
Wizard.
Fisherman.
Wizard.
Winthrop?
Wizard.
What?
Wizard.
Which?
Wizard.
Wichita.
Wizard.
Next one.
You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Show me the money.
Oh, sorry, I heard that one. Next one.
You're a wizard, Harry.
What?
You're a wizard, Harry. Same one as before.
What?
You're a wizard, Harry.
So much.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Detroit Lions NFC champions.
You're a wizard, Harry.
All right.
That's it. I'm out.
All right.
Bring on the Slayer.
Hit refresh on it. Okay. To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond.
I am the king of the world.
I am the world.
King of the world.
King of the world. I am the king of the world.
My.
By. Did we lose?
That was pretty rough.
Oh, I think we know who the winner was. Congratulations to Kevin and Alex for coming out on top of this one.
Thanks for playing, guys. Coming up next, Noah Dale joins us with his movie preview on the upcoming Star Wars film. Don't go anywhere.
You have the potential to be amazing, to become something extraordinary, to see the incredible, to be the incredible. This is a place where creativity sparks opportunity, where opportunity leads to adventure. Here, you have the ability to become the best version of you, no matter your experience. Your chance to make history, to leave your mark. Let Bethany Lutheran College help you realize your potential.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Noah, your BLC movie expert, and with the release of The Force Awakens last December, Disney proved that it is still possible to create a great Star Wars movie. They're certainly hoping to have repeat success with the upcoming Rogue One, a Star Wars story, coming out in just over a month. Let's make a quick jump through hyperspace to that galaxy far, far away and take a sneak peek at the trailer.
They are requesting a call sign. It's, Rogue One.
The power that we are dealing with here is immeasurable.
If the Empire has this kind of power, what chance do we have?
We have hope. Rebellions are built on hope. They've no idea we're coming.
Take hold of this moment. The Force is strong. Make 10 men feel like 100.
We'll take the next chance. And the next. You're all rebels, aren't you?
Save the rebellion! Save the dream!
Pretty exciting stuff. Now, this movie's not going to be a continuation of The Force Awakens, but it instead takes place just before the events of A New Hope. Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones, is given the task of retrieving the plans to the dreaded Imperial Death Star. It's certainly not going to be an easy task, especially with Darth Vader making his return to the big screen. Just based on the trailer, fans have a reason to be optimistic that this film will be yet another Star Wars success, or will at least be able to hold everyone over until Episode 8 drops next year.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of BLC News. Be sure to catch us for our Christmas edition of BLC News in the next few weeks. Have a great rest of your day.